What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods here, back with another episode, man. And Alabama State on the recruiting trail, along with all the transfers they just landed, has have a lot of positive momentum. CFL broke the news yesterday on an episode already where Alabama State and Jackson State made the top 11 for five-star defensive lineman James Smith out of IMG Academy. Well, Alabama State yesterday, really under the radar, made another top 11 for another in-state five-star in Jaquavious Russaw out of Carver in Montgomery. Man, made the top 11. Alabama, Auburn, USC, Miami, Alabama State, Florida, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma were the other teams in that final 11. But a five-star edge finally includes Alabama State, two of them. And these two guys, and Smith and Rusall, also said there's a likely chance that they go play in the same at the same place. They say it a 70 to 75% chance today, where they said they're going to play in at the same college. And so Alabama State, unlike Jackson State in this situation, are in both top 11s, which makes Alabama State potentially one of the programs that these five stars could decide to go play with each other at. When you look at where Rusov ranks, man, and what he could bring to Alabama State, I'm really, really excited to see what he brings. As his highlights are playing here, according to On Three, who has the only updated consensus right now heading into the 2022 season, Rusall is a consensus five-star prospect, the 23rd best prospect in the class of 2023, the third best edge player and the fourth ranked player in the state of Alabama. When you look at just On Three's rankings, he's the he's the number 8 player in the country, the third best edge, and the number 1 player in the state of Alabama. And this guy brings so much energy and talent and potential to the football field. You see here, man, he is extremely athletic. He can play multiple positions as a stand-up edge guy, a specialized pass rusher, a true DN spot, play outside linebacker. He really could do it all, and he's extremely athletic. And when he gets to the ball carrier, he can bring the boom, man. His explosiveness when he gets to the ball is something to look at. When you look at his 2021 season, this kid put up ridiculous stats, man. 130 tackles, 27 and a half tackles for loss, and 16 sacks. That's following up his sophomore season where he had 41 tackles, 12 for loss, and 5 sacks. So in 2 years of football, one of which he was the full-time starter, he has almost 40 tackles for loss and 20 plus sacks, along with over 170 total tackles. He also is a track guy. He runs an 11.7 100-meter dash as a sophomore, and that's a defensive end where he's 6'2", 230 right now. And right now, Cooper Pigna for 247 Sports projects him as a second to third round pick in day two out of Carver. Now, you're looking at him, he's the hometown kid for Alabama State. Alabama State is known for defense. So just to even be included in two five-star top 11s is really something to be proud about for Alabama State, man. This does not happen often. And for Alabama State to get these guys on campus for visits, before Rusall dropped his top 11, he actually took an on-campus visit to Alabama State. You see it in the thumbnail, and he really had a great visit. And Antoine Sewell is going to play a giant role in this recruitment. If Rusall drops a final 5, 6, whatever it is, and Alabama State's still in it, I'm looking at Antoine Sewell as a key piece to that. I think the defensive coordinator relationship is going to play a large role in this recruitment, along with a guy who's so versatile. He probably wants to have a plan in place for college. Where do you want to play me? How do you want to use me? And how do you see me fitting in your scheme? That is going to be the number one thing for Rusal going into college. And Alabama State are making moves. The only HBCU in both top 11s for these five stars who want to possibly play together. That is huge. Even if Alabama State doesn't land either of these guys, to be included in the top 11 and to bring notoriety and just, I guess, impact to the school is huge. And the fact that they've already got Rusal on campus and he's got to see what Alabama State has to offer in terms of top-notch SWAC facilities, and also Sewell pitching to him how he's going to fit in that defense, it is going to play a large role in his recruitment. Now, it is an uphill battle for both Smith and Russaw for Alabama State, and for Smith, Jackson State as well. There are some heavy hitters, especially when you look at the Russaw being the number one player in the state of Alabama, where you have Alabama, Auburn, and Georgia, even, which has came into the state of Alabama and landed the number one prospect. Looking back at, a George Pickens out of Hoover, these schools are going to be recruiting both of these guys really hard. Their senior years, I'm expecting them to go off, especially Smith and Russaw, probably going to be two of the best D linemen in this upcoming class. And if they put up crazy stats, I expect their 5 stars to stick. Both of these guys have crazy talent. I really, really like Rousseau's athleticism and how he can fit multiple positions in a defense. And with a creative defensive mind like Antoine Sewell at Alabama State, the potential is limitless with this defense, man. But Alabama State makes the final 11 for 2 5 stars and possibly could be in play for the number one player in the state of Alabama and Jaquavious Russaw, man. So make sure to comment below your thoughts on this. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you're not, and stay tuned for both of these recruitments, which are expected to go deep into the fall, as both of these guys are two of the most highly recruited athletes in the 2023 class. But until next time, guys, the Blue Bloods are out.